We're all familiar with the different kinds of harassment women face offline. They can be verbal, like catcalling and lewd jokes, or physical, such as groping and assault. The way women are vulnerable offline and in public spaces carries over to digital spaces as well.
And what is practiced or visible offline also translates online. So if offline we accept all those things, the pronouncements that women are second-class citizens, then online that is also translated. If you think that if there is that belief that it's okay to, it's okay to say rape jokes offline, then online that's also what is being practiced.
According to Women and Children's Cybercrime Protection Unit Chief Alejandra Silvio, cybercrimes against women is one of the top 3 complaints received by the Philippine National Police's Cybercrime Group. The usual complaints filed by women are photo and video voyeurism, online harassment, and sextortion. According to Police Senior Superintendent Silvio, cases of photo and video voyeurism involve the sharing and posting of nude photos without the consent of the person in the photo. Online harassment involves verbal abuse of women online and is typically sexual in nature. Sextortion cases involve threats of spreading sensitive photos in exchange for money and, in some cases, sexual favors. What is even more alarming is that the perpetrators are usually men who know the women, like ex-boyfriends or lovers. The material is initially shared with consent, but when the relationship ends, things take a turn for the worse.
Usually the male uses the photos of the female to get revenge or to harass their ex-girlfriends.
Another disturbing statistic, 43% of the victims of cyber violence are minors.
Malaki yung percentage ng mga kabataan na nagiging victim ng yung mga ganon sextortion. Yung mga bata kasi more mapagtiwala sila, madali silang magtiwala sa mga acquaintances nila online. Kaya siguro yung mga bata talaga ang marami nabibiktima.
Reporting and acting on these cases pose a challenge to both the victims and law enforcement. Because of the extremely sensitive and personal nature of the attacks, women often hesitate to report these incidents. A huge factor is the shame that the victim feels. This is aggravated by victim blaming and slut shaming prevalent in our culture, while at the same time, it makes light of harassment.
Well, supposedly we have laws that we can use. We can report, of course, to authorities. Pwede naman yun, but then also, the burden of proof also is on you, on the woman. I think there's a need talaga for even for media and digital literacy, especially among young people, those in school, the youth. Kailangan yun para they can also differentiate what's real and what's not. Also, gender sensitivity. Siguro that is something that can be taught in school para boys and even some girls would know how to respect yung rights ng isang babae.
It's what makes sextortion lucrative too. Often, victims immediately give in to the demands of the suspects out of panic and fear. So, what can women do if they find themselves in these situations? First, document all the attacks. Take screenshots before the messages are deleted or taken down. Second, report it immediately to the authorities. For victims of sextortion, do not give in to their demands. According to the PNP, the suspects escalate the demands.
So minsan naman, dun sa sextortion, nag-give in agad sila sa demand. Pero after magbigay ulit dun sa demand, nanghihingi ulit. So that's the time pa lang sila pupunta pag hindi sila tinitigilan nung suspect.
So would you advise po na
the moment na may hint ng extortion or blackmail, pumunta agad kayo sa office namin. So we could advise you on what to do and to prevent further damage.
While these measures are good, Law enforcement is just one aspect in the fight against online harassment of women. Ultimately, we also need to change the culture that make women such easy targets. One way is by teaching the youth about gender sensitivity, respect, and equality early on.
We have to do something about it as well. As I was telling you, at a very young age, I think we should educate our youth, even those in school, teach them about and digital literacy, teach them about rights, the importance of those things, as well as digital safety for them, because they're always online as well. And we know that they also experience, even elementary students, even high school, they also experience all this harassment happening online, bullying. Yeah.
If you or someone you know becomes a victim of cyber violence, you can call the PNP hotline to ask for assistance.